So I got access to an admin panel on 99 Nights in the Forest that allows me to spawn anything. I can spawn infinite wood logs on myself if I wanted to. Or infinite rifles if I needed that. And those are gonna stay in my world for a while. I probably should have done that. Well, anyways, I can use these logs to fuel up the fire. And because we have access to infinite resources, we can make the craziest base anyone has ever seen. But first, let me max out this fire so that we never have to worry about this ever again. And we are already on level 4. With this, we're gonna be on level 5. And instead of using logs to light the fire, we can spawn in some fuel canisters and light up the fire instead like that. And yeah, fire fully upgraded map has fully been revealed. And as you can see, we have 0 wood and 0 scrap in there. We should probably fix that. Let's get our logs and we can actually set how much we want to spawn. Let's just spawn in 10 just to start. Now we can spawn in 10 at a time. And wait, I want to spawn this on myself. Check this out. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's a little overpowered. All right, I want to see how fast we can make this log thing fill up. Watch this. I'm just gonna spam spawn. Look how fast we can build this. We have 300 wood inside the machine. And also, it's nighttime. We have to be a little bit careful. The deer is right there. But we have an admin panel, so I shouldn't be that worried about it. We can activate invincibility to never receive any damage. So now, if I go up to the deer. Hello, deer. Hello. Hey, he's scared of me, bruh. He's scared of me because I'm invincible. All right, you know what? I probably need a flashlight as well. So let's go over to spawner and let's get myself an old flashlight. Oopsies, I just spawned 10 old flashlights. There's no reason I need 10 of those, but, I guess I have them now. And I am not afraid to travel in the night because I have everything that I need. So I'm gonna go around with my one-hit axe and let's just mine out all these trees. I wanna get rid of all of these things. And there's gotta be a way I could skip the daytime. Time cycle, we could skip to day. Okay, now it is day 2. Perfect. And also, you can see that there's this generate map and this OP chest spawner. I will try these out later. But the first thing I should probably do in making this base is we should probably get the necessities, like a sundial, beds, and other stuff. First, we can place a bed by placing an old bed blueprint. We're gonna place our bed right over here. Boom. And now we can fill this thing up with some scrap. Let's go to our item spawner, and let's spawn in some broken microwaves. Let's spawn in 10 at a time. And oh my gosh, it just filled it up to 50. Okay, now we have 1,000 scrap. What? All right, now we can craft a sundial. We can craft a compass, a radar. I have no idea why we'll need a radar, but we're gonna craft it. Let's place a sundial right here. Place this compass right here. And oh gosh, it's raided. And our fire is gonna be fine because I can once go over here to item spawner and let's just spawn in some fuel canisters. And boom, that fire is fine. All right, now we can craft a regular bed right here. So let's place that regular bed right next to our other bed. Boom. And then we want to craft a giant bed, but we need a cultish gem. So let's spawn in some cultish gems. We're gonna need quite a few of those. And yeah, no, that is a ton of cultish gems. All right, let's craft that. And we can also craft a good bed. Oopsies, I accidentally placed my bed right there. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if we can move that bed, so we're just gonna have to roll with it. We're gonna place the other bed right over here. I'm not sure how to get a hammer because I can't find it in this list, but if I find it, I'll let you guys know. Transformation, what does that do? Take. What? I'm now a deer. Okay, I didn't know I could do that. Press R to attack. Okay, that is sick. We don't need that right now, but if we need to scare away the deer, we can do that. All right, in order to build the safest base, I probably should get some food. So let's craft a freezer, even though it's the most useless thing to craft, people say. I'm going to place the freezer right there. Now I can put a bunch of food in this thing. And I want to fill this freezer with a bunch of cake. Now we have cake for days, and now our food has been replenished. Anyway, since we have all this wood, it's time to build the walls of this base. So we can craft item. We can go log walls to fortify our base. And we can just spam this. Look how many log walls we have. Oh my gosh. Okay, I think instead of just making a circle around our base, I want to do something a little bit different. I want to first fortify our main base, so let's create a little square around our main base. I have to be very careful because I do not know how to get the hammer to move stuff in this game, so, you know, we could be cooked. All right, boom, that's that side. Now we could go over here and go around on this side as well, and we could surround this with logs, and we're gonna make the entrance of this area right over here. But we're gonna have a multitude of defenses in this place, and actually, I think we could activate fly. By going right here to fly, now we can look at our base from above. Now check that out. That is the view you've never seen in 99 Nights. Because we literally have an admin panel. Alright, I'm turning flight off. It is a lot easier to build without flight. So we're gonna build an opening to this area. I think we should build it right here. Boom. Now we gotta make the last of these walls. Alright, boom. Now that's a little square around our entire base. This keeps our main area protected. We're gonna add another set of walls outside. But before we do that, we need to set some traps. So let's go to building blueprints and let's see what we could build here. We could build ammo crates, freezers, bunny traps, bear traps, which could be good. But what we want is barbed wire. And we could spawn in a bunch of those. Now this is the main trap we're gonna use. This will slow down the enemies. You know what? I should probably craft some more walls, so let's do that. All right, we're actually running out of wood. That's crazy. Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lead this wall over here and around. This is gonna be like a spiraling defense across our entire base. You'll see in just a second. Now I can place this barbed wire right here. The cultists can't really do anything to us, but I just want to see how many cultists we can protect ourselves from. Because in the modded server, there is a way to spawn in infinite cultists, and you'll see it later. All right, I'm just gonna stack barbed wire and traps right here. Barbed wire, stake, and stake. All right, we have a ton right here, so you know what? We're gonna spawn in cultists tonight, and let's see what happens. We'd actually go right here, and I'm gonna change my player to turn off invincibility. Now we could go right here to cultist raid, and we could change the level of the raid. We could make the raid happen tonight. And oh gosh, I should probably fuel up the fire. Let's get some oil barrels, and let's spawn that right over the fire bowl. Now since we're making the raid happen tonight, we could go right here to time cycle, we could end the state, and as soon as it turns night, it should be all good. All right, let's end the state again. Now it's gonna be nighttime, and check it out. The raid is about to happen. All right, let's see how our defense defends up against some cultists. All right, the cultists are coming in. All right, they're trying to shoot through the wall right now, which is a little bit weird. We definitely need to add some defenses over that. Hey, yo, cultists, what you doing, bruh? Nah. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna AFK right over here. Let me just actually bring these guys over. Hey, dude. Hey, hello. Oh, there we go. The cultist is following me now. All right, it looks like that cultist might be glitched. Oh gosh, I died. All right, you know what? I'm reviving myself. Can't believe that just happened. All right, looks like the cultists can't even get through it. So, I guess we're doing good. It's time to wait out the night and, continue building our base. Actually, a better way to deal with these dudes is grabbing one of these rifles right here and blasting them. Ain't no one can grief my front lawn, bruh. Hey, yo, get out of here. Bam, bam, bam. All right, time to make a day. All right, we go right here to time cycle and end state. Now we're on day 13. Perfect. Now I want to expand this over, and so let's get a lot more log blueprints. All right, it's once again time to fill this thing up with more logs. Go right here to spawner. Let's go over to logs. This time, let's spawn in 100 at a time. Oh my, okay, the game is literally lagging. Watch this. Boom. Okay, I probably shouldn't do 100. I should probably just do 10. Now I can spam that, and boom. Now we are, we're spawning in a lot more wood, as you can see. All right, we have 1,000 wood. That should be good. Now we can go right here and craft. Let's craft a bunch of log walls. And let's make this defense even more powerful. What we're gonna do is we're gonna snake this defense around right here. And I'm gonna eat more cake for sure. Let's eat some of this. Nom, nom, nom. Place these log walls as best as we can. All right, I built this entire side right here. This makes it so the cultists have to enter all the way from this side and go through here. Now I'm gonna snake it around one time, and let's see. I think we can now give ourselves some blueprints. Let's give ourselves a bunch of barbed wires. Let's place the barbed wires first. We could go in with this barbed wire, and we can place in a ton of this stuff. All right, now that's all of our barbed wire. It's time to place our stakes. All right, that's all of the stakes in our base. Check that out. Now it's time to start a cultist event. So we can go over here to cultist raid, and this time we can change the raid level. Let's make this raid level 10, and let's see just how many cultists spawn. Make the raid happen tonight, then we can skip the time cycle twice. And now a mysterious group makes their way towards the campfire. All right, this is perfect. This is gonna be crazy. We're just gonna see just how many cultists. Oh my god, look how many cultists are outside. What? Okay, let's see how overpowered this defense is. Oh gosh, we gotta stand right here. We gotta stand in the middle. Make sure to eat as much cake as possible. All right, you know what? Just because I want to see what's going on, I'm gonna turn on fly right now. I want to fly over. Let's see these guys. Oh my. Okay, wait, yeah, there is quite a bit of cultists out here. And I'm not gonna lie, they're just running into walls. Okay, you know what? I want to try and lead some over. They're a little bit lost because I'm flying right now, so let's go over here. Oh gosh. Oh no. Hey yo, come through the defense. Nah, bro's getting stuck on the bush, bruh. Oh. Okay, he's shooting me. I gotta be careful. Wait, what? Wait, a cultist went through. He got through. How did he actually get through? Oh, he died. He died to the stake. Wow. I guess we only got one cultist? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna increase the cultist amount just to show you guys. Make it level 25. Let's make the raid happen tonight. Now a mysterious group breaks our way towards the campfire again, and we should be seeing a lot more cultists here. All right, we have the deer right there, and oh my, there are so many cultists. Okay, now we're gonna stand in the middle of our base. Oh gosh, a big shot through the walls. All right, I think I need to fix that for sure. Okay, well, looking at this, it looks like they're not actually going through it. The multiple layers is actually perfect. To be honest, the main issue is we're getting shot through the wall, so we definitely have to fix that. But right now, yeah, no, they're not even getting through. Their AI is just bullets. This isn't even the most secure base. All right, I know what to fix. Ow, we're getting hurt. Ow. Hey, okay, okay, you know what? We're gonna go to here to craft item. We're gonna go here to wood raid storage. We're gonna build 2 of those. We're gonna place one right here. Boom. And we're gonna place another. Oh gosh, see, I'm telling you, these guys are difficult. They're literally x-ray hacking me. Okay, we're gonna go right here, and we're gonna go right here. And now we should be able to be a little bit more secure. Oh yeah, no, that definitely helps out. But I need to expand the walls. So I think we should be able to end this by going like that. And, oh gosh, the cultists are still here. How do I get rid of them? All right, we're gonna turn it in invincibility and God mode and flight. That should definitely help out. And oh no, the fire has gone out. That's an issue. Let me spawn in some oil barrels to fix that real quick. All right, I need to deal with all these guys before I start doing stuff. So you know what? We're going with the one-hit axe, and we're gonna kill all these dudes. Hey, oh, get out of here! Get out of here! I did not think it was possible to fly around and just hit these guys, but it's working. It is working for sure. There was a ton of these guys. Oh my gosh. Yeah. All right, and that should be good. We got some strays, but it's fine. I think we could build with them just chilling here. All right, the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to this spawner right here to blueprint, and now we're going to get another trap. I think the best thing we could do is we could spawn in more of these stakes right here, and we can surround our entire base with this stuff. So let's go right here, and we're just gonna build all around. Let me disable the flight. Now, this is kind of troll. All right, flight has been disabled, so now we could go around and let's build stakes around this entire thing. This should definitely kill most of the cultists when they come by. All right, and I'm hungry. I gotta get into my base. It is so difficult to get into this thing because we gotta go all the way around, but it's fine. All right, now let's eat this cake. All right, we're good. All right, now it's time to build all these stakes all around. And once again, we're gonna skip the night cycle because I do not like the night. All right, I got the new method. I'm now placing these stakes all around the base. I'll be back once I place all these things. This might take a while.
A few moments later.
All right, now if you take a look around this thing, look how many stakes we have. You cannot get this in the normal game. What is going on? All right, now we gotta re-enter our base, and it's time to set walls around this entire thing. We're going to craft item. We're going to log walls, and we're crafting a ton of log walls. Oh my gosh. We're gonna place these log walls behind the stakes so that first the stakes hit the cultists and then they get stopped by the log walls. I think that's pretty genius. All right, and now the entrance for our base will be right over here. And of course, we have a ton of stakes right here, but we're gonna add even more. And also, I don't need any of these log walls, so we're deleting all of these. Now I can activate flight right here. And let's see. Oh my gosh, look at what this base looks like. That's so many walls. And around that is stakes. Yeah, this is looking sick. I think I want to add some stuff in the inside just in case any cultists get in there. I'm gonna go right here to building blueprint. And I'm just gonna get a bunch of torches. I think we can place a bunch of torches in the inside of these things. This will help our visibility and also just make it look nicer. All right, placing all the torches, then flying. And that's what the torches look like. They look pretty good, so I'm gonna do that on this side as well. Torch right there, torch right there, torch. And that looks good for the torches. Now we just gotta fortify this defense right here. So of course we're gonna get more stakes. Also some barbed wire as well. Let's place one stake and then one barbed wire. One stake, then one barbed wire. All right, and I keep having a food shortage, so you know what? We're gonna go right here over to our spawner. And this time let's summon a ton of stew. This should help out a lot because stew is like one of the best foods. So let's take a few of these and then now we can eat it. All right, it is day 47 right now, and oh gosh, my character. And look at this base. Yeah, this is the craziest base I've ever seen. Look at how many stakes are in this. All right, you know what? It is time to summon in as many cultists as we possibly can. So let's go over here to cultist raid. Let's change the raid level to 100. And now we can do raid tonight. Then go to time cycle and then end cycle. And then as you can see, the cultist raid should be happening soon. All right, this thing is coming. All right, let's just see how many cultists are here. But I have to deactivate flight, of course. So let's deactivate flight. Let's deactivate God mode invincibility. Oh, no. We need to get into our safety. Okay, let's see if this is working. I'm not gonna lie, I want to see what's going on the outside, so I'm temporarily going to be activating flight. If I die instantly, then we might be cooked. Okay, oh my gosh, look at all these cultists, dude. They're just straight up dying to the stakes. This is so genius. Look at them, they're going all around. And I'm not gonna lie, yeah, there are all, oh my, bro, look how many cultists there are out here. This is crazy. I'm not gonna lie, our circle has expanded a lot more. We can honestly expand this even further if we wanted to. Yeah, no. I think, we've got it pretty overpowered. Oh no, I'm dying. I think they're starting to shoot at me. And oh no, my fire's going out. I need to spawn in some, oh no. We gotta spawn in oil, fuel canister. Spawn! Alright, the fire is good. Oh, I am so low too. Alright, I gotta be careful and fly up here. Okay, yeah, I know. These stakes are definitely effective on the outside, and none of the cultists are even getting nowhere near the base. If I just stand right here and deactivate flight, let's see if I can survive. The only reason why they're killing me is because they're shooting through walls right now. But I'm going to try and survive until the night, and let's see. I'm just gonna wait right here, and hopefully it's gonna be all good. I think what I could do is I could actually craft right here one more wood rain storage. Oh no, I'm dying. Okay, I could go right here and place it right there, and that should fortify me enough to basically be safe. And I could enter and leave this thing whenever I want. This is the craziest AFK base ever. All right, let's activate flight, God mode, and invincibility right here, and let's just see. Yeah, look at how many cultist bodies are on the outside of this thing. Okay, you know what? I don't even think we're gonna upgrade our base fully. I just want to see how many cultists can spawn. Let's change this raid level to 250. Or actually, wait, the max is 200. All right, we're gonna activate the raid tonight. And before we do that, we should probably spawn in some armor for myself. Let's spawn in a riot shield. Oh, I actually spotted 10 of those. Oopsies. Now we can equip this if we ever need to. Alien armor as well. Spawn in 10 of those. Take that. Okay, yeah, no, we are definitely more overpowered. And now it's time to skip the cycle. And let's deactivate fly and god mode invincibility. I want to see if we can just survive just regularly. All right, I need to skip because we're gonna die if we don't. I'm gonna drink this stew. Let's get as much stew as we can here. All right, I'm bringing out the riot shield. Let's check this out. Bro, we have the cultists in our walls. All right, I'm going over here. I just want to see what it looks like on the outside. Ooh, there is quite a lot of cultists out here. Oh my gosh, yeah. And you look at, they're all just dying to my barbed wire. Bro, how many cultists are in this pond? All right, yeah, no, a ton of them are coming through now. Bro, oh my gosh, there is a lot. Okay, you'd actually give yourself a random weapon if you spend Robux. So let's do random weapon. Let's see what happens. Now I got an M4A1. Okay, I'm using this on the cultists. Hey, yo, cultists, get over here, bruh. Oh my, there. How many are there? What? I want to fly it from above, and I want to see this. Let's go to turn on flight. And yeah, that is a lot of cultists. And none of them are getting in close to the center of my base. So I think we have created the safest base in all of 99 Nights in the Forest. Besides when I'm flying, these dudes are killing me. Dude, look how many coins are around the base. All right, I died. Subscribe.